Welcome back, retro gamers, and today, boy do we have a treat for you. A 3-video collab. That's right, we each take a look at one game from one of the best trilogies on the Mega Drive. In my video, we're going to be taking a look at the second game in the series, Urban Stirke. Retro Respawn took a look at the original game Desert Strike on his channel, and Press Start Gaming takes a look at the third game in the series, Urban Stirke, on his channel. Links for both videos are in the description below. So back to mine, being the sequel, Urban Stirke took what was great from the original and added even more to it. More levels, vehicles to control, and a memorable starting mission. Does this game still hold up today, or should it be left in the past? Let's find out. If you were ever in any doubt about this game being a sequel, you have to look no further than the cover art to see it. Below the title it has the tagline, "The sequel to Desert Strike." Considering that at the time Desert Strike was EA's best-selling game, a sequel was inevitable. 3 other sequels were released and a 4th one was planned with Future Strike, but it got reworked instead to become Future Cop LAPD. Released in 1993 and going by the name Desert Strike 2 in Japan, the game saw ports for the SNES, DOS, Game Boy, Game Gear, and an upgraded port for the Amiga. Dang, that's a lot of ports. In this game we get more missions. There are 9 in total compared to the 4 from its older sibling. Remember the bad guy you killed in the first game? Well, his son is out for revenge alongside a notorious South American drug lord. Yeah, I bet you wish you spared him now, right? Starting off, you must stop the villains hell-bent on destroying Washington DC. The problem there is I spent a lot of time just blowing it up myself. Probably not the best idea when you're supposed to be protecting the monuments. My bad. Unsurprisingly, the series took inspirations from the Choplifter series, and looking at it now, if you told me it was a sequel, I'd almost believe you. I didn't actually get a chance to play this game at the time of release, but I did play its predecessor a lot. It wasn't until I started collecting a game when I was older that I got to try out this gem. And I was so glad I did. It reminded me why I love the original so much. And immediately made me grab Urban Stirke as well. More vehicles and more bad guys to blow up? Who doesn't want that? There are good and bad points as to be expected with any game, and this one is no exception. The extra missions are great, giving you plenty to explore, but with that comes constant refueling and restocking of ammo, which can be a pain. A great feature would have been the ability to upgrade so you can carry more of each, but I digress. At least this time around, the fuel and ammo pickups show up on your map. If the missions become too tough, thankfully you have a password system to skip ahead. Not that I would use them for this footage, no way. The new vehicles, while not as good as a helicopter, are a great change of pace and something that really sets it apart from the original. The graphics upgrade make it a great game to look at as well, even now, near 30 years later. There's just something about the graphics in retro games that are always appealing. But is this game worth picking up today? Well, for me, it's everything I remember, great missions, tough as nails gameplay, and an improvement of graphics over the original. Urban Stirke is everything you want from a sequel and more. If you have nostalgia for these games, I'd say pick it up for sure. It's always great to revisit the classics we enjoyed when we were younger. But if you weren't a fan of the original, then there's nothing new here to make it more enjoyable. It's more of the same style gameplay, but maybe even a bit more difficult. The Strike series is a great series on the Mega Drive, and with 3 games on the system, I'm sure you've played at least one of them at some point. I hope you enjoyed this retro look back at the second game in this trilogy, and if you head over to Press Start Gaming, he takes a look at the third and final game in the series for the Mega Drive, Urban Stirke. As I mentioned, there are a couple more games in the series on other consoles, so if you'd like to see us cover them, let me know in the comment section below. And as always, happy gaming.